Hello everyone, welcome to the Tech channel. We are continue learning JavaScript using FreeCodeCamp platform. Let's navigate to FreeCodeCamp website. So where we stopped previously, building a role-playing game. So previously we stopped in this challenge 31. So in this challenge is asking us to declare a function as we learned in the previous tutorial how to declare a function in JavaScript, and the function name should be called go store. It will be similar to this syntax here, so we are going to only change the function name with this new name here, go to score. Check your code. Congratulations, your code passed. Submit the changes and move on to the next challenge. And in this challenge 32 now is asking us to a console log inside this function, this text, go to store, add a console log inside here, and then this text. Check your code. Congratulations, your code is passed. Submit the changes and move on to the next challenge. And in this challenge now is asking us to declare a function called goCave and then print out this text inside that function. So now let's create the function, and then the function name called goCave, parentheses, curly bracket, then inside let's add a console log to print this text here, going to cave. And now check your code. Congratulations, your code is passed. Submit the changes and move on to the next challenge. So in this challenge 34 now is asking us to declare another function called fight dragon, which will be just very similar to the previous function with a different name. And inside we need to print out this text. Check your code. There is something wrong, misspelling for the console. And check again. Congratulations, your code is passed. Submit the changes. And in this challenge also reminding us that we learned previously to add single line and multi-line comment in JavaScript. Is ask you to add a single line comment and add this text. Also pause the video and try add that by yourself and follow us again. So let's add here just a single comment by adding 2 slashes and this text next to these 2 slashes. So if you got the same, brilliant. And just check your code. Congratulations, your code is passed. Submit the changes and move on to the next challenge. So in this challenge is give you a very quick introduction to the button event. The buttons 1 and 2 and 3 we created earlier. So each one of them will access to an event called onClick. So when the user click on the button, will interact with this event. If we need to interact with the user action, we'll use onClick. And also showing this example for onClick event, how to access it. So by calling the button selector dot onClick and then assign it to a function, and this function will handle the user actions. So there is a different ways to access onClick, but this one of the syntax we can access onClick even. At the end here asking us to assign the button 1 onClick to go store function. Let's do that here. And we do not need to use let or const because already is declared. So button 1 is declared as well. So let's add that here. Button 1 dot onClick equal go store. And check your code. Congratulations, your code passed. Submit the changes and move on to the next challenge. And same what we did for button 1 we need to do for button 2 and 3 and assign them to relevant function. So button 2 to be assigned, button 2 dot click to be assigned to goCave function instead of go store, and button 3 dot onClick to be assigned to fight dragon instead of go store. Check your code. Congratulations, your code is passed. Submit the changes and move on to the next challenge. Now in this challenge we'll also introduce you to inner text. So this will allow you to update the HTML text using JavaScript, and this is a quick example here. For example, if you want to update this element, paragraph element, instead of demo content, we can use the ID selector of this HTML element, and then we'll use the variable name dot inner text, and we'll assign it to a new text. So this text here will be updated instead of demo content to be hello world. So similarly, we need to update the button one when we call this function go store. We need to update the button one text to be buy 10 health and 10 gold. So let's do that here. And first we need to remove this console log. We don't need it anymore. And to update the button one, we already have the variable declared called button one dot inner text, and then assign it to the new text that we need to be displayed. So this text here, and add semicolon at the end. Check your code. Congratulations, your code is passed. Submit the changes and move on to the next challenge. And in this challenge, we need to do similarly for the button 2 and 3 to be updated to different text. So the button 2 dot inner text should be display this text instead. So remove this one. And the third button should be updated with this text instead. Also go to town square and check your code. Congratulations, your code passed. Submit the changes and move on to the next challenge. And in this challenge, which is the last one for this tutorial, as well is asking us to update the button 1, button 2, and 3 on click event to assign to these new functions here instead. Let's do that here. Button 1 dot on click equal buy health, add a semicolon, duplicate this 3 times, and update the button 2 and 3. The button 2 on click to call buy weapon, and the button 3 on click to call go town. Now check your code. Congratulations, your code is passed. Submit the changes and move on to the next tutorial. And this is the end of this tutorial. Thank you for watching, and see you on the very next tutorial.